So hey guys, I know that you weren't expecting a voice video from me again, but I decided to do it one. So in this video, I am actually going to explain all of the items in Baldur's Basics, but not to explain them. I am also going to give some tips, weird facts, their usage and where are they found. So this video also took a long time to edit, so I hope you like it. Anyways, let's get started. So the first item is the
Oh, hi.
So if you are a new Baldur's
Welcome
Basics
to
player,
my
or if you have
Now it's time for a good one. Rock, great job, good one.
Baldi gives you this item. This is why if you have this basic
You did
item,
great.
it's the first item.
Come here and get your
Very
prize.
so you
A
have
shiny
So
quarter.
this is the problem.
Just click on it with the left mouse button.
Problem
1. Good one.
So the quarter can be found. So I'm going to tell you where the quarter can be found. So the quarter can be found if Baldi gives you. But if you get all the questions correct on the first row, which you can only get on the first row, Baldi will give you a quarter. And the second quarter you can find in Baldi's basic tasks is just one laying at any places in any random parts of halls. By the way, keep this in mind that the code to spawn natural quarters like this was not there in the first versions of Baldi's Basics. It was introduced.
I have lost you. I don't like that.
So yeah, you can just get a you can just get a random quarter like this in a hallway and then you can find this one in faculty room. In the hallway,
I am coming with your door. Here I come.
So yeah, you can get 3 quarters into them. By the way, the quarter script was actually introduced in Baldi's Basic version 1.3.2, which it was not actually introduced in 1.4.3, which is my mistake. So now I'm going to tell you the quarters usage. The quarters usage is that you can use it in vending machines to get items, and there is one another use of the quarter, which I'm going to show you now. So basically, again, the hallway which has a faculty room located in it, you might have also noticed that the hallway has a cell phone in it. So you can just use the quarter in your cell phone. Well, let me just get to it. For 30 seconds, Baldi can't hear anything, and he has been distracted in a different direction as well, so you don't have to worry about him. So yeah, that's the water. So
I wanna play with someone. Ready, go! 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's great.
Go to sleep, sleep, sleep!
just go away.
Go to sleep, sleep, sleep! Sleep, sleep!
Just don't go
No
away.
running in the halls.
You have got to be kidding me.
15
This is not going
seconds.
a well run.
Detention for you. You should know better.
Oh, hi. Welcome to my school. Now it's time for a good one. Good one. You're doing fantastic. You did great. Come here and get your prize. A shiny quarter. Problem 1.
Let me down and go.
You got.
Okay guys, I will soon explain to it. Just let me get to the classroom for once. Then I will pause the door and just read the classroom while explaining the item to you guys. But showing these users might be hard, okay?
Let's play. Ready, go! 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's great.
Do you guys see the symbols on the... So yeah, this is the second item that we will explain for today. So these are the safety scissors. So the safety scissors are found in this the classroom right next to the principal's area. Then you will find it. Then you will find it in another classroom which is located in a small hallway. Hang on, let me show it to you guys. Hallway means this the notebook that is also known as an English notebook. So you will actually find it in this hallway in this classroom.
Let's play. I wanna play with radio. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, let's
You will
play.
the safety scissors
Let's
in
play
this
again.
I
There
am
is another
coming
hand that you can get a
radio
safety scissors from.
like
And that is in the classroom of that huge hallway which contains another 2 notebooks in them with another 2 classrooms and 1 extra faculty room.
No running in the halls. 15
Now
seconds.
this even see
Detention
going on
for
in
you.
the cafeteria.
When will you learn?
But it is kind of helpful for times, I guess. See, the problem with my screen record I have is
I am coming, radio, here I come.
You have got to be kidding me, dude. What kind of run is this? No, I will just use the mod menu.
Oh, hi.
So yeah, you can find another in this classroom, in the geology classroom, on the blue one, which is in this long model which contains another notebook at the end and the faculty room with the yellow logo. So the safety scissors have actually 2 uses. So the number 1 is this: you can get rid of Britain's jump rope.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Incident before she attacks you again, by the way. And it has also another use, by the way. I am using the one menu, but you guys can test it for yourselves in the normal game because there is no one box. So the another use is to
I hug people for all eternity.
so once you per person you can usually attain some proficiency and you may not be able to pursue it. So once something you have
I have lost you. I don't like that.
So the safety scissors was actually added in Baldur's Gate was added in Baldur's Gate 1.2.2 and actually here's a bonus tip about the safety scissors that there was a weird bug with the safety scissors that in the mobile version if you keep on pressing the safety scissors continuously and press it so fast that you use it as soon as you can carry so it actually won't work. You can try it for yourself but doing this is actually hard so just so you have to try quite a few times if you want to get it to work. So now I'm going to go over the third item for today which is the energy flavor just is an item which probably you will first see if you go into the cafeteria first. I'm going to disable the first person because I will need him anyway. So with daytime. So the work of the receiver is to actually fill up your stamina. But for that I'm going to show you that where is it found. So it is found in 2 locations. The item was stamina filling automatically when I am walking as people and doing the water to use the back because as soon as I turn off the opposite will happen and my stamina will start finishing up. Okay. So yeah, just so yeah, you can find it in this table of the cafeteria. So again as I was you can find it in this table of the cafeteria.
Well, oh, hi.
And you can
Welcome
again
to my school.
find it on the faculty room which leads to the hallway of the circle. There are 2 faculty rooms for entering one. The first one will contain the Zestibar in it. So now the usage of Zestibar is to fill up your stamina. You can fill up stamina whenever you want when you have the Zestibar, but if you use stamina, full stamina, but the energy is wasting it. And it will and you cannot again reverse items in Baldur's Basics. By the way, our Baldur's Basics plus all of this common items that I explained from Baldur's Basics right now can be found in faculty faculty room or in Johnny's store as expected. So I am not going to go over on where they are found in Baldi's Basics separately, but I will explain the items which are found in the Baldi's Basics, which are the new items added in Baldi's Basics Plus, and some items which are, and some facts about those items, as I am doing it now. By the way, as I just saw that I have no clip turned up and my stamina is still full. That's because of the Zestima I have. Every time we actually just go to the Zestima, so I will just give myself another method. Yes. As you can see, by the way, when you hit the Zestima, you will see that the stamina actually goes down after a long time. That's because in the code you just don't have, because in the code is going to do with stamina bar. So it just means that you just don't have one stack of stamina bar. You actually have two full stacks of stamina bar, and you have some time to actually save your life if you want to get 2 kills from Baldi, or if ever you go to get a digit, you are almost close to it. So yeah, the stamina is helpful. So the second item that I am going to explain to you guys for today is the bee soda. So the bee soda by default is only available so the bee soda, there is only one of them available by free, which is in the cafeteria. Hang on, let me just get to it. So yeah, you can see actually one bee soda here lying on the table. So you can get other bee sodas, but you can only get another bee soda in Baldi's Basics classes from the vending machine by using the quarters that you find everywhere you can in the game. So in total, as I told you before, that you can get 3 quarters. One the Baldi gives you, one that is found in the faculty room, and another one that is just found in a random hallway only from versions 1.3.2 to versions 1.4.3, which is the latest version, by the way, 1.4. So now I'm going to tell you what is the usage of bee soda. The usage of bee soda is to push characters. I am just going to show you an example by enabling the principal. Here it is. This is for I'm going to actually use it on playtime.
I wanna play with no one. No! I wanna play with no one. When I should boost any characters using the soda, except for one character, which is Cloudy Copter in Baldi's Basics Plus. Cloudy Copter is brilliant and you cannot push him using the bee soda, no matter how hard you try. You can push all other characters though, but of course you can't use the bee soda on Johnny's store because you buy items from they are not used them. Okay, just don't be that dumb enough to think. So in Baldi's Basics Plus, you can do Baldi's Basics Plus and bee sodas can be found in faculty rooms, vending machines that you can purchase using the quarters that you get from wherever you can and online from Johnny's store. So there were 3 bee sodas available in total, and their purpose again I'm repeating is to push characters away. It can push any characters away if you want, but if you are pushing water soda when you are being swept with him, it will push both of you because he is putting you back as well. So this is really not very that much using the episode and the slip is pushing you and same for first price, but you can use it. It is a lifesaver and is one of the most useful items in Baldi's Basics. So now I'm going to explain the what item this is. I'm now going to explain the fifth item, I guess, or whatever item it is. Just going to say next item from now on, okay? Just going to go infinite stamina using the one item. The second item for today is the principal's keys. So the principal's keys in Baldi's Basics classes can only be found one in pair from the faculty room, which is again right next to the principal's office. So the work of the principal's keys is to actually escape detention when you are in, but it has also a new usage in Baldi's Basics class. The new usage of the principal's keys in Baldi's Basics class is that when chocolates because Soliana's locked you in the classroom and you have the principal's keys, you can open the door and escape, but unfortunately you cannot escape when Mrs. Paul
running in the halls.
So consider I
15
did
seconds.
and it is
Detention
also
for you.
verified.
Your
By the way,
parents
that's
will hear about this
about
one.
this one which I forgot to give you guys but don't get but if so you can see I skipped detention. So yeah, I look at the principles case data, but the important thing about VSOTA is that when you are seeing the principle, don't use it in front of him as it is given in the school rule from today. If you get caught using the VSOTAs, then he will take you to detention. But you can push you if you remember this already of any use. If you have a lot of notebooks left to correct, if you have at least a lot, if you have notebooks left to correct, you can use them only if you are away 2 centimeters away from the final exit to your part 20. I just listed now back to the principles because I actually listed the one pair that I have, so I'm going to give myself back and I'm going to show you again how to do it. So let's break the rule again.
No running in the halls. 30 seconds.
Detention again.
Detention for you. When will you learn?
So now I can use the principal skills to escape detention. So just
No
like
escaping detention in the halls.
that is a rule. And just like to some of the principal one now because we don't need them anymore. So yeah, about this business because I don't know if I can actually find the pair of principles right now. So I'm just going to bother opening the list in the title of this video to show you guys to see if it actually works when escaping chocolates, but it is found in the principal's office about this basic class. So I'm going to just select one thing. See the problem with this record is that I cannot pause video, so I just have to go through. So I'm actually showing you the example of it. But trust me, it works. I'm not really going to waste time on this video right now, but I will upload a refined video tomorrow which I will show you that the principal's keys work when chocolates talks to in the classroom, but not when Mrs. Tom does because she just stops the move right. So you cannot do really anything at the point when Mrs. Tom comes. So your only solution is either to die if you have one of the notebooks or some of them which goes probably faster, or you can survive. Whatever you wish. So second item the next item which is for today is the WD nose door type. So the WD nose door type can actually be found. By the way, the principles keys in Baldi's basics. The principles keys in Baldi's basics again can be found in random continuums and in Johnny store. And in endless mode medium, you can find out this pair of principles keys in the detention room. So I guess we'll just look out to log in into it. So we got to see the principal keys on the detention room. But this basic was endless mode medium option. So anyways, let's get back to WD nose squid. So the WD nose squid door type is an item that you can again find when it's an item in the final which is next to the principal's office, but it can also be found in doors which close them or where orders with lips. However, keep this in mind, this is very important that WD nose squid can be found. The WD nose squid can be found in doors which close only in the multi-specific classic version. You cannot really even know items in orders which close them and the multi-specific class at all. So when you consider the increases the orders which close them, just like they have for people who don't know how to live there.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep!
You can see that this is a small person that is in and from where he needs steps. Now you can see that I picked up the WD notes when you can see that there is a check poster in the of the WD notes to a it kind of does not gives a hint in the quarter slips closes. So yeah, you can already guess what that's into. You can use it on a door to make it silent so the Baldi does not come in. I am also going to show you the use of this item which has my practice either way, but I'm just going to do it real quick, okay? Just ignore me. Oh, by the way, I think I need all these basic because either to explain the item, so I will show you guys the principal season in the endless mode medium option that time. I am sorry that I answer all of the questions wrong for no reason, but I will answer them, the two of them right in this one.
I want to play with someone.
actually going to disable all NPCs now except for Baldi, because that's what really whom I need. Oh, by the way, the W knows if you're running away from Baldi, it won't walk on. If you're running away from the principal, it won't walk away. Okay, he will come to a classroom either way. So we normally know that if you open a classroom door, Baldi comes into it because he hears it. But if you put a W nose go and get into it and Baldi doesn't see you go in there, he will not come in. Hang on, let me show you. He will come though if he sees you go in the classroom. So you will just have to wait in the classroom and wait for him to pass away and then collect the notebooks or do whatever you want in the classroom. And by the way, the WD nose actually allows you to open and close the door. Actually allows you to open it 4 times without multi investment. 4 times. But if you use modify the code, you can increase it. But yeah, by default it is 4 times that when you can open a door without multi hearing. So as you can see that he should reach the classroom by now, but he isn't reaching it just because he doesn't know that we are here. Also, Baldi can come to your classroom still, but that is actually very rare because when he doesn't know where the location is and is wandering around the hallways. When he wanders around the hallways, he checks the classrooms and every room too. So he will come to your classroom at one point. You can continue forever. And I don't see a reason why you would want to waste your time unless and until you are bypassing your studies or something. So yeah, but there is another way. I think he is very close, but now he's going away again. But there is another way through which Baldi can come into the classroom. Baldi will come into the classroom, but we not can. If you Baldi will come into the classroom if you do this. So if you in a classroom and answer all of the questions wrong in the notebook, that's right, all 3 wrong, it will attract Baldi to your classroom and it will alert him back to your classroom and he will come right now. Just watch this. He will now enter it in any minute. But I think there you go. See, was he entering this? Was he entering till now? No, he wasn't. He wasn't clearly because he didn't know where our location was and was just wandering around random hallways. But now that we have alerted him by answering all 3 questions wrong in the 3rd notebook, he is now going to come. He is now going to check the classroom. By the way, if you answered all of the questions wrong in any notebook of a classroom, then Baldi will come into the classroom, okay, because it is given in the code to alert him. So beating the secret ending is not as much as easy as you think. So now I'm going to show you the next item. So the next item for today is a big ol' boost. The big ol' boost was added in Baldi Spaces 1.4.3, which is the latest version of Baldi. This basis then can only be found. And by the way, the WD no square actually I think costs the least by CTP. YTP points in Baldi's Basics Plus, and you can again buy it from Johnny's store or find it in any of the faculty rooms. But getting a W screen faculty rooms is a little bit weird in Plus, so yeah. Now the bigger boost. The bigger boost can only be found in this classroom of the cell phone hallway, which I have told you guys already many times before in this video. So the user is to stop. So there is kind of a hint given to what it does in the faculty room, which is right next to the principal's office again, which I have already shown you guys. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention the Zestibar machine, but you can get 3 Zestibar machine if you use a quarter on this vending machine, which is here found in the faculty room right next to the principal's office. So yeah, the WD. So yeah, so you can see this poster here says janitors must wear boots when sweeping. This is a hint to what the item does. And what the actual uses of this item is to stop pushing gutter sweep and first prize in Baldi's Basic Classic. In Baldi's Basic, there's actually quite a lot of uses, and it is actually helpful in this Basics Plus. It might seem kind of useless in Classic, but it is actually helpful in Plus. So I am just going to enable first prize and teleport him to me.
Will you marry me?
So now we just got to wait for him.
Oh,
no.
Will you marry me? I hunt people for all eternity. I see you. Friend, will you marry me? I am coming, ready or no, here I come. I hug people for all eternity.
I think I can mess up the game by using the mouse menu for so when again I'm the game before getting a question also.
I have
Maybe that's
lost
why I can use it.
you.
But
I
what
don't
else, but I
like
can show
that.
you guys an example with Water Sweep. I'm going to teleport him to me.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep!
Me. But if I use the bigger boots, you will see that I am no longer being pushed even if he carries me away. That's because the bigger boots are in effect. The bigger boots were only for 15 seconds, and in Baldi's Basics Plus they were for 30 seconds. In Baldi's Basics Plus they actually have some more uses, such as during the flood event, your walking speed or running speed will not slow down and will continue at a normal rate. And you won't, I think we won't be sucked into the whirlpools at the found either. So yeah, and there is another use of the bigger, and there are another two uses of the bigger boots about this basic source is that when if you are stuck by beams bubble gum, then you can, I don't know if this kind of works or not, but you can use the bigger boots. They can actually again make us speed a little bit faster, but you can actually again make us speed a little bit faster. And the another uses that it has is Cloudy Copter. So when Cloudy Copter in Baldi's Basic is pushing you by his wind, you can use the bigger boots. Using the bigger boots will not affect your speed when you are trapped by his wind. It doesn't matter if you're going forwards or backwards, it will not affect your speed either way. Yeah, so we turned off my mic within the video, guys. So sorry if the audio cuts up for like a few seconds in the middle because I accidentally turned off my microphone. Yeah. So forgive me about
I
that.
am
So, yeah.
coming, ready or no, here I
That's what with the
come.
bigger boots does. The main two deals that how many of the participants still don't know what the bigger boots does, but people like me who
Give
have
me something great.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep!
read the Baldi's Basics fandom wiki, that's not what it does. So yeah, you can also read the fandom wiki for the items if you want, because there might just be a lot of stuff that I have missed from the items, and I will not gonna suppress either if I did. So the next item for today is the Baldi anti-hearing and disorienting tape. Oh yeah, and by the way, the bigger boots one, when I actually said it that it was added in 1.4.3. And by the way, the WD zone scale was added in 1.3.2. It was not present on 1.2.2. So yeah, now the Baldi anti-hearing and disorienting tape. So the Baldi anti-hearing and disorienting tape can only be found one in pair, which is right next to the black colored notebook, or the notebook which is right next to the principal's office. So the work of this thing is to distract, but is again this kind of like the cell phone. But if you get trapped in your detention, that you can use this
Looks
tape
like
to
it's
escape.
sweeping time!
So he will so Baldi will actually go away and never come back to the Baldi will go away and actually never come back to the detention room unless until you open the door, which alerts him again by the time the anti-hearing time is over. The anti-hearing time is actually, I think, for like 15 seconds. Hang on, let me check. Yep, no, it is actually 30 seconds. So yeah, the Baldi anti-hearing disorienting time was for 30 seconds. So if you are stuck in a detention time like for 41 seconds or 60 seconds, this item is actually very helpful. And Baldi will actually never come to detention room, as I said you before. So I'm just going to invite Baldi for now. I don't know actually where he is. Oh yeah, he was in the classroom where I showed you guys the Buddha Roscoe example. So I'm just going to alert him here. So he's going to come from that way. Let me wait. Did he hear me? I'm just gonna wait for him to reach closer to me. But you can use this if he's not closer to you as well, but this will just waste your anti-hearing time, so I don't recommend you to. There he is. Now you would say he will not come to detention room, but yeah, he will he will now go away and will never come back into a detention unless until you alert him by the time the anti-hearing time is over, which will make him back, which will alert him back, which will again alert your location to where you are, and he will come back to the detention room. So within the by the way, he can actually hear anything till the anti-hearing tape is going. So this is really helpful. So that was with the anti-hearing tape, and yeah, in both the basics plus you can again find it. You can again find it in either Johnny's. You can again find it in either Johnny's door, or you can find it in, or you can, or you can find it in the faculty doors. But in the anti-hearing tape as faculty doors again is as well as is again a bit rare, like the WD nose square. So the final probably the final item for today in Baldi's Basics Classic is the alarm clock. The alarm clock can again be only be found one in pair from the faculty room right next to the hallway of right in the hallway of the cell phone. So this alarm clock will replace it will tick for 30 seconds and will attract Baldi to a location. If Baldi saw the rear view, then it will attract him to the location. It doesn't matter if you place the hall or where you are in, it will attract him to your hall and he will either come to your side. However, it doesn't matter that if you are placed in different hall but you are in another classroom or something, then he will go to the alarm clock. This alarm clock sticks for 30 seconds before running out. When the alarm clock actually finishes, it will attract Baldi to you. It will actually attract Baldi to the alarm clock, but if you want to distract him and want to go him to the way of the alarm clock, then it will attract him only if it does not see you. If he is already chasing you, then if Baldi is already chasing you, then it will not attract the alarm clock. It will not, the alarm clock will not attract you in a different way, and he will continue to walk towards you to, I guess, end your game or win your game, whatever you want to say. It actually takes for 30 seconds, and in Baldi's Basics Plus, it actually costs very less in the Johnny store, and you can again find the alarm clocks in classrooms and in faculty rooms. By the way, about safety scissors in Baldi's Basics Plus, you cannot find the safety scissors. You cannot find the safety scissors. You actually cannot find the safety scissors. Sorry, please excuse me. You actually cannot find the safety scissors in the faculty rooms. You can find the safety scissors are found in classrooms instead. Yeah, I think that's perfect. So I think so that was it for Baldi's Basics Classic items today. So now I'm going to switch over a Baldi's Basics Birthday Bash item, and then I'm going to go over the Baldi's Basics Plus item. Now the this Basics Birthday Bash item which I'm going to show you is actually very rare. So I'm just going to have it. So I'm just going to show you to have it on the internet. Hang on, let me search it real quick. So yeah, it's this item. So it was actually first added in Baldi's Basics Birthday Bash, but it is present in Baldi's Basics Plus and well. So in Baldi's Basics Birthday Bash, you can Baldi's Basics Birthday Bash. This is actually a very rare. This is actually a very rare item. It's actually a very rare item that can be used for again normal teleporting or for other purpose. It can if you once you actually beat the game and go to a glitch school, there is actually no way through which you can once you beat the game, there is actually no way through which you can escape the cake part. So once you get actually once you blow up the candles, and go to the glitch school, you can use a teleporter to get to a secret ending. And no matter if you use a teleporter to get to a secret ending, no matter what you do, you will always stand right next to the principal's office, where you can find him to right inside of the principal's office. So yeah, that's what really the work of the teleporter is, and it can be found. It's actually a very rare item in Baldi's Basics Birthday Bash, so it can be found in from wherever you want. And in Baldi's Basics, but it is actually its second most rarest item that is found. That's because it can be only be found in two places. It can be found one in the mystery room event that occurs in the mystery. You will not always have the teleporter item. If you Baldi's Basics Plus, then you know that you will not always have it in the mystery room. There will be other items in the mystery room as well, but you can have this item because there can only three, because except for this there are only two other items that can spawn on here, and you can again find them in Johnny's store, which is actually very rare, and it costs 100 YTP points. So yeah, that was a video teleportation teleporter. This was actually I this was actually one of the newest item added in Baldur's Basics after the release of God Debash, because I don't think any classic updates except for 1.4, because I don't think that it was there on any other of this in classic, because it has not been found yet, if it is even there somewhere. But yeah, it is not found in Baldur's Basics classes, because I am so dumb that I am telling this, because Baldur's Basics class all the items are not locked in presence. I'm so dumb. But either way, so now we are going to switch on to the next chapter, which is another one of the various items. This again is actually a kind of rare item in Baldur's Basics. But here it is, an apple for Baldi. So this item was actually not added in Baldur's Basics Plus, but it was first added in the Baldur's Basics full game public demo. So you can get this item by two ways. You can see this thing. You can see an apple tree in the playground. So you can use a grappling hook. More on that later. More on for that item later. You can use the grappling hook in this to shoot yourself with the apple tree, and the apple will fall down and you can get it. Or you can get the apple from the party event that occurs in the principal's office, party chapter event, and or you can get it from the mystery room. So the and by the way, this apple actually saves you one more gift in Baldi's Basics Plus. Baldi will show the usage of this item is told that when Baldi is about to kill and walks over you, he will collect this item from your inventory even if his ruler is broken, and he cannot kill you in his broken ruler event. So yeah, at this point it is just the item is just off and you just wasted your item, so I recommend you should run away from him. But either way, he will eat this apple for like about 15 or 30. He will eat this item for about 15 or 30 seconds and before resuming your chase. So you can have some time to get away from it. So as I told you before, where it is found, and by the way, one thing about this item is that it costs more. It is the most expensive item which is found in Johnny's store with a cost of being 250. This item is not that much of a rare, but it's not like usually found like other items such as the zesty buzz and all those stuff. So I think that was for the. See, I think that was it for the Baldur's apple for Baldi. Oh, by the way, here's a little Easter egg. If you're at a Baldur's Basics full game public demo fair, then you will actually see a chalkboard which actually gives you a hint. Of how to get the apple from the tree. So basically, I'm going to explain the grappling hook, which fandom probably has the image of the chalkboard, but I'm not sure if it's there on the Apple fandom Apple wiki page, but who knows. So grappling hook is actually a little bit rare item in Baldur's Basics Plus, so I'm just gonna go through over it in Google. So yeah, here is the grappling hook. So that the grappling hook was actually added in Baldur's Basics full game public demo again. And in Baldur's Basics full game public demo, when you start the game, you can actually see the three sets of classrooms in your right hand side of the hallway. So in the last classroom, you can see that the faculty room is connected. You can get the grappling hook from that faculty room, or you can get a grappling hook in full game public from the party events. In Baldur's Basics, grappling hook can be found very rarely in faculty rooms, sometimes in outside areas, and in Johnny's store. Now the grappling hook is actually not that much of a common item, but yeah, the usage of grappling hook is that you will just have to shoot it to a hallway. So once you shoot it to a hallway, the grappling hook will, here it is the example, is that it will get stuck in a wall and then push you all the way to there in a very fast way, like a very fast, faster than Baldi. So yeah. However, the speed depends on the amount of grappling hook you shoot. If you shoot 10 grappling hooks, then you will go like in a 15x, he will go your like a 12x normal walking speed to the hallway. But if you shoot too many grappling hooks and answer wrong directions like in desks or inside of desks, then the grappling hook will actually not shoot and instead will break. And by the way, when you shoot the grappling hook, it is currently reaching something, you can't actually walk. So you can just win your own round. So I recommend that when you're shooting a grappling hook, you should look and shoot. So and again, another usage of grappling hook is to get the apple, from the tree, which as I told you before. And yeah, if you can actually get past the bully if you shoot the grappling hook, which means that if the grappling hook is the only item that you have on your inventory, then and you shoot it on the bully and lose all your items, you can the grappling hook will not pass the bully but will get stuck on him instead. And if you have any items, then he will take it, and then he will take it. But your grappling will also be a waste plus because the grappling cannot get past him. So the grappling, so yeah, that's what the user weight the grappling hook is. But I'm also going to extend that. But by the way, here is a fun fact about the grappling hook is that when the first versions about this 6 plus came out, only some of the first versions, and only some of the first versions like 1 or 2, and Baldi was a full game public. When you used to get a grappling hook, the the seed looks weird. Anyways, oh, this is a challenge master. Anyway, so that grappling hook you used to get when you collect is always you get one grappling hook. But in newer versions of Baldi's Basics Plus, when you collect a grappling hook, you can actually get 5 grappling hooks. That's right, 5 in one inventory slot. So you can shoot also, yeah, you can actually use 5 grappling hooks, and you can it not depends if you want to waste them all at once or you want to use them, or if you want to use them as you wish on whenever at important situations. Now I'm also going to explain the grapple challenge mode to you guys. So basically the grapple challenge, here it is. Here is just the proof that you can get an apple from the tree by a grappling hook. But the chalkboard is I can read right now because I'm actually at the full game for details of it. But yeah, about the grapple challenge mode, it was actually added in by the basic challenge maps table, and in it your uses to walk is to shoot grappling hooks and walk and go to locations, collect all notebooks, and avoid Baldi and collect exits. The more grappling hooks you shoot in collect variations, the more faster you go. So basically, a hall is thing like this. If you actually shoot like at least 10 of them in the straight counter, 10 of them in a straight path, then you can actually go a very fast speed. By the way, in the grapple challenge, was Baldi actually moves a bit faster than he does on his normal speed. So yeah. By the way, here is actually one thing about the Grappling Hook which is mentioned in the fandom page is that it is given on the Steam community hub page of the Baldi Basic is that in the future Missman is deciding to actually edit the grapple challenge mode a bit. Like you can access it only if you find the grappling hook in if you can find the grappling hook. You can find the grappling if you can find the if you only find a grappling hook from wherever you can in this basic plus, then only you will unlock the this basics plus challenge on the grapple challenge in the challenges mode. But when this will be done, it's not it will be done or not, it's not done either. So yeah, that's what. By the way, the grappling hook in endless mode medium, it can be found is actually one of the classrooms. It should be found in one of the classrooms. Endless mode medium is you can only find the grappling hook in a classroom in endless mode medium. You cannot find the grappling hook on any other seat on any classrooms. By the way, there is actually one seat that has been discovered that contains a that has a grappling hook inside of a faculty room, but instead of it being in a table, it actually floats. Yeah, it's just floating in the middle of faculty room. What is this? Okay, no, no. So it is just floating in the middle of an faculty room. Now I'm going to actually make a round. We're actually soon going to make a video about. The weird scenes in Multiverse because there will be a separate video about the impossible set. So now I'm going to go over probably the final item for this video, which is the principal's whistle. There it is. So yeah, this is actually the rarest item in Baldur's Gate 6+, and if you ask me, it is pretty it is actually useless, except that it has only one good use of it. So basically the principal's whistle can be found very rarely in faculty rooms and rarely in Johnny's store. This item actually costs like 150 YTB points, but I don't know. Anyways, the use of this item is that as soon as you use it, it will attract the principal towards you. He will actually come to it very fast, at a 10x speed. Once you use this principal's whistle, it can, by the way, the principal whistle can be very the principal whistle, I don't know, but I think it can sometimes, but not really, but I don't think so that it can be found that during the party event of the principal's office. So yeah, as I was saying before, is that it will attract the principal to you no matter what you do. So you might think that this item is useless and it can do anything. It exists only like to ruin your game or something. But if you are about this business plan, then you know that it should have values, and that only one use of the principal's whistle. And the only one use of the principal's whistle is that when you are struck by the bully, then you can actually use and don't want to give yourself valuable items, but you are not sure if you will take the principal's keys or not. The principal's whistle or not. You can use this whistle to attract the principal towards you, so that he can take away the bully for you. So yeah, this is the only good thing that the principal's whistle has been used. So I can't really tell much about it. But yeah, this is just a pet looking whistle. So yeah, I think that I'm once going to check the items for Baldi to see if I have missed any items or not. Well, this should all be it. Did I explain all of these, right? Oh yeah, the yellow door lock. The yellow door lock is the final item which I can show you guys in this basic classes. Sorry I missed it before, but I'm going to show it now.
Oh, hi.
Guys, one more thing.
Welcome to my schoolhouse.
About the Grapple Hook and an apple for Baldi, you can actually find them if you complete the free trips in Baldur's Gate 6. Plus, yeah, that's right. If you complete the free trips, you get a reward and you should get sometimes a beast or as a sleeper, a apple for Baldi or a Grappling Hook. But yeah, that's for it as well. You can find them, but now for the new door lock. So you have to go back to Baldur's Gate 6 and found in this faculty room. This faculty of the huge hallway which I told you guys before. The use of the door lock is that you can lock any yellow doors to 1 for 15 seconds. The characters cannot go to the yellow door, but they can still see to the yellow door. They can see so just imagine that if you lock Baldi away, then Baldi has sworn Baldi has actually seen, so he will actually come to the hallway from a different part from where he can. If the hallway doesn't actually enter hallway to the entrance, then he will just wander in a random directions or come back when the yellow roadblock finishes. As because in Baldi's basic classes, when the yellow roadblock finishes, it actually opens the yellow door again, which actually attracts Baldi. Fun fact, this is the only second way through which Baldi can be attracted, that using the in-game mechanics of opening a door without you of any gate. Now, yellow door lock in Baldi's basic class works only for 15 seconds, but in Baldi's basic class, the timer has actually been introduced to 30 seconds. So yeah, I'm just going to lock this door right now. I need any characters.
Problem.
I'm going to just show you.
No running in the halls.
Okay, I'm just going to use it now. So as you can see, we locked out the principal. I'm not sure Balti is coming from that side. Is he? Or is it? Because yeah, I talked to Yellow and he's not I'm just as you see the principal went away because but he will come from this side. Or there's Balti. Sorry that was too late. You will see that the principal will come from this side. And I actually too late to show the fact that the yellow door does open after the yellow door lock is finished. Then you consider the principal is coming by is because it did not only just it's because it did not only just attract Baldi, but it also attracted the principal because of the open. It reacted any characters that have went through it before. And if they're too late to actually reach you by the time the yellow door opens and they come to and they already see you in a position from the if they come into a hover that you are in from a different way, then they are going to catch you either way and will not again because they are not stupid enough that they will again go back and they will again go back through the yellow doorway and will come to catch you. So yeah, that was it for the items explanation video, and I hope that this helps the beginners. I'm sorry that I missed some item parts in the beginning, but I have told them in the middle. So and I actually mistakenly turned off my microphone in the middle for a few seconds. So if my audio cuts out, then tell me. Then I will actually write it in the comments and in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and make sure